I'm in you. Oh no, the things. We keep changing.
Hailey Bieber is out here trying to enjoy her birthday, but meanwhile, Justin Bieber is accidentally lighting up the internet again. This time for singing an unreleased track that sounds straight up dedicated to Selena Gomez. In the clip, he's performing this emotional song where he hints he's stuck in his marriage with Hailey, and then he gets teary while whispering Selena's name like it slipped out of his soul. People were stunned because it felt way too raw to be an accident. This whole situation is wild because the love triangle energy between Justin, Hailey, and Selena refuses to stay in the past. It's like Justin keeps dragging it back up without even realizing how loud his actions are. And while Hailey is busy celebrating another year around the sun, Justin is holed up in his warehouse, live streaming himself singing these private, emotional songs that sound like memories he never fully closed. If Justin didn't feel like spending his wife's birthday with her, that's between the two of them. And if he wanted to sing old love songs in private, nobody would have known. But going live, broadcasting it for thousands to see, he knows the internet catches everything. He knows the second Selena's name slips out, the whole world is gonna replay it 100 times. It's hard not to wonder what message he thought he was sending by doing this in public. And the wildest part? This song he's singing isn't some old leftover from years ago. It's from his newest project, Swag, which makes everything feel even more intense. A recent song with Selena's name tied into it? That's the kind of thing that makes fans look twice and start asking uncomfortable questions. This track was written pretty recently, and it instantly brought people back to that moment when Justin Bieber sat on Ellen's couch and she straight up pressed him, asking which songs were about Selena Gomez. Everyone remembers how uncomfortable he looked.
3 of the songs on this record are about Selena. What do you mean?
Sorry, a little bit. Mark my words.
Mark my words. Your first love,
100%.
it's like your first love you never forget.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever get back together? Is that a hope for you? Do you think that could happen?
Maybe.
So the fact that he's still creating lyrics tied to her now has people talking louder than ever. Yeah, Justin wrote about Selena back in the day, and that made sense. They were together for years. But now he's been married for a while, he has his own family, and he's still dropping music that sounds like it came straight from those old feelings. That's why this new live stream moment hits so hard. In the clip, Justin sings lines like, "I'm stuck in a relationship and it isn't you. My relationship ain't easy. Is it late for you to trust? I just want to cry. Why don't I leave? Why do I stay? Why can't I hold you?" Those lyrics are heavy. Anyone in Hailey Bieber's position would be shook, especially hearing all this on the same day she's out celebrating her birthday, while he's on live stream confessing things that sound way too deep for comfort. And this wasn't some casual humming or messing around. Justin was giving the camera a whole emotional performance. His voice cracked, his eyes watered, and then there's that moment where it looks like he quietly whispers Selena under his breath while singing, I'm into you. Fans swear they can hear her name slip right through the melody, and once he sings that last part, it keeps changing. People lost it. The timing, the energy, the emotion, everything felt messy in the exact way the internet never misses. Selena's name comes up the second Justin starts breaking down mid-song, and the whole moment makes it clear he's still carrying some deep emotion from that past with her. Nobody even has to guess, he's literally crying on camera while performing, and it's intense enough that you can feel it through the screen. What really throws people off is how all his friends are just sitting there like nothing is happening while he's pouring his heart out. The song doesn't even sound like Justin's usual polished vocals. It's shaky, raw, and almost like he's fighting back memories. And then you have fans pointing out the contradiction. The Biebers say, "Leave us alone, we're happy, move on," yet Justin sings, "I'm stuck in a relationship that isn't you." That comment hit the internet like a slap. People are honestly confused, asking stuff like, is someone paying him to be this disrespectful toward his own wife? Because standing on livestream as a married man with a whole family and singing "stuck in a relationship that isn't you" is wild. And when he throws in those lyrics about things that happened when he was 18, it feels like he's reopening pages from the Selena era that should have stayed closed by now. Another viewer commented, "This is heartbreaking. I pray he heals and moves on and lets Selena be happy with Benny, who loves and adores her." And a different person didn't hold back either, saying he's definitely on the verge of a divorce, while calling Hailey God's strongest soldier. That line took over social media instantly. Hailey really must be tough because for the entire time she's been with Justin, she's been forced to live in Selena's shadow, whether she wanted to or not. And it makes people wonder what their relationship would even look like if Selena wasn't constantly being pulled back into the picture, even years later. People online are begging Justin to leave my girl Selena alone, reminding him she just got married, while others swear he's doing all of this on purpose now. One person even quoted the lyric, "I just want to cry," and said the whole moment feels way too emotional to be random. He's surrounded by Eddie Benjamin, all his boys, the camera crew, the mic team. Everybody's right there watching him break down while he's basically singing straight into the world's face. It's such a dramatic shift from the Justin who used to beg for peace, privacy, and stability. Nothing about this live stream reads calm or collected. It looks messy, loud, and way too raw. For someone who's asked the public to stay out of his relationship for years, he's suddenly letting millions witness the most personal, vulnerable parts of his life. The whole thing almost feels like a silent SOS, and people are reading it that way. You've got comments like "Free Selena," and others claiming Justin is just chasing attention or money. And since everyone remembers that old Ellen moment where he admitted he's written about Selena before, fans are now wondering if this whole emotional collapse is another way to push his new project. Could the tears be exaggerated to promote music? Some think so, but that whisper of Selena, the shaky voice, the red eyes, it doesn't exactly look staged. It feels too real, like something slipped out he couldn't hold back. What makes everything even stranger is that just a couple weeks ago, Justin went live and delivered this long talk about being a married man. He said thinking about another woman would be considered cheating or infidelity. Hearing that now, right after he's publicly crying through lyrics about someone who is very obviously not his wife, hits completely different. His warehouse live streams only make the situation feel heavier. That place looks dim, no windows, barely any natural light, and the vibe just screams stress. Him breaking down in that setting while talking about marriage and then singing about someone from his past makes the whole situation look even more complicated than anyone expected. Justin is sitting there having these deep, emotional conversations while the table in front of him looks like a museum of every fast food drink in Los Angeles. Cameras everywhere, mic guys everywhere, the whole crew watching, and there's just chaos on the table like nobody even bothered to clean up. But forget the mess. What he's saying is the real mess here. He went on this big speech about how even thinking about another woman counts as infidelity, yet here he is singing, crying, and confessing that he feels stuck in his marriage while pouring out lyrics that sound directed at anyone but his wife. The contradiction is right there in the open, and people aren't ignoring it. It's giving major mixed signals. The comments section has turned into its own storm. Some are saying, "I'm sick of all three of them. Justin, Selena, and Hailey need to leave us alone for real." Others are calling Hailey the strongest woman on this planet. And honestly, it makes you wonder how strong someone has to be to deal with something like this. If it were anyone else, they wouldn't tolerate watching their partner go viral for crying over old love stories on their birthday weekend. And even if the song wasn't written recently, the timing of this live stream going viral during Hailey's celebration does not sit right with the internet. People keep saying, "Leave Selena alone, she's married and happy," because fans feel like she's getting dragged back into drama she didn't ask for. Then there's a whole corner of the internet joking, or maybe half seriously saying, that every time the voodoo Hailey and her dad supposedly have on Justin wears off, he suddenly wakes up and remembers Selena. The comment section is wild, with someone even suggesting Justin, Hailey, Selena, and Benny should just form some kind of polyamorous setup so everyone can finally stop fighting. The internet has no chill, and this situation is bringing out every outrageous take possible. The whole situation is so chaotic that people are joking this could be a full TLC level reality show, and honestly, it wouldn't be far off. And since it is Hailey's birthday, November 22nd, the energy online is even louder. There was this road-themed event that some fans thought was her actual birthday party, but the vibe didn't match. Justin wasn't there, her closest friends weren't there, and it looked more like a skincare brand function than an intimate celebration. Meanwhile, the internet started doing what it always does, claiming a couple is doomed if they're not physically glued together at every event. And yes, it's true that partners don't need to be side by side 24/7 to prove their relationship is real. That's normal. But people can't help pointing out that it wouldn't hurt to see Justin doing something simple and supportive every now and then, like holding a door open or showing up for a big moment. Little things matter, especially when the public keeps noticing the gaps. There's also a clip floating around from that event, and yeah, it looks like a birthday party at first glance. The huge cake, the decorations, the production, but when you look closer, it's just influencers in the room. No core friends, no family, and definitely no husband. It's giving public event, not my real birthday party. And with everything happening online at the same time, the whole thing just feels off in a way fans can't ignore. The last time anyone got a real update on Justin and Hailey was at the GQ Men of the Year event, where Justin walked ahead and basically left her behind at the car. Then Hailey went on a podcast not long after and talked about wanting more kids, which just made the situation feel even more complicated. That interview was back on October 24th, so nobody really knows what's going on behind the scenes with them right now. But one thing is clear. Justin Bieber just performed a whole emotional song that does not sound like it's about his wife. He's out here singing about how his relationship isn't easy, how he feels stuck, and it's directed at someone else entirely. And then he breaks down crying over it on Livestream for the whole world to see. Whatever is happening in that marriage, it's giving serious confusion, and it's hard for anyone to pretend otherwise. So now I want to hear from you. What do you think is really going on between Justin and Hailey after all this? Do you think this song was a slip, a message, or something deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like if you made it this far, and don't forget to subscribe, share this video, and keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.